Hello Libra, welcome to your forecast from the Gasmic Tarot. This is a general reading, love, money, career for the period beginning the 8th of February. Because it's a general reading, it may not resonate with all of you, so you might want to look at your moon sign and your rising sign as well. If it does resonate, if you want to claim the reading, or if you want me to resonate with your energy, throw a comment below. All right, let's get started. For those of you, thanks again for liking and subscribing so YouTube can find my new channel. Really appreciate that. Oh, thanks, Spirit. So, this is your first time. This is a spirit reading. Okay, I have an army of spirits, past masters, etc., that provide energetic channeled messages. Their energies in the readings. There's usually homework. All right. Just an FYI. All right, I'm also getting some of you past loved ones that are guided to the video. They laugh, they cry, they sing. Sometimes they turn the television on, apparently, like Leo did in a December reading. You can go check that out. That was weird. That's why I smudge a lot. All right. I have to smudge after every reading because some of these guys just won't go away. If you are interested in smudging or crystals and etc., below the video, there's descriptions of the products that I like, I use, information on crystals, and etc., also, if you're looking for a private reading, information's below the video. All right. Somebody's, grandfather is here. Short, very short. Cheeky. He's got a little bit of a sense of humor, but he's actually kind of timid. What are you showing me? He used to ride this little bike. He kind of lived in a place, it wasn't the country, it was more like the city, but not like Manhattan or anything. And he used to ride his little bike around all the time. He walked a lot. He had great calves. He's showing me his calves. Okay. What else can you tell us? That's all he's giving me. Okay. He's showing me his calves. He's not that tall. He's like 5'6", 5'7", maybe 5'7", maybe shorter. Kind of a squarish kind of face. Okay, thanks, Spirit. All right, so what do we have for our Libras for the period beginning the 8th of February? What do we got, Spirit? All right, so we have the 9 of Swords. Then we have the 6 of Swords. We got the Hermit. Knight of Rods. Knight of Cups, partnerships. Chariot. All right, let's start with those. Maybe we'll pull another card or two. All right, so what I'm getting at the beginning of this period is, this is like when you wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and just consumed with anxiety and fear and worry. You can't sleep. Something's on your mind. So a very stressful, anxious time at the beginning of the period. You're feeling some anxiety. Okay. And wow, I can feel it. It keeps you up at night. You know, it's that 3 a.m. wake up call. It's that low point. You know, you're just consumed with this worry and this anxiety. Okay, so Spirit is telling me, and as we pull the other cards next to it, so it's as if for your homework, okay, your homework is really early this week, and then things will flip. So your homework is about moving away from the situation. Now, moving away can mean moving away physically or moving away mentally. So let's say that you're having some problems with enough money to pay your bills, enough money for living. And although your situation, okay, has you worried about money, you have to kind of release that in order and walk away from that mentally in order to bring in some of the good stuff that's coming. So it's about moving away, mentally or physically, from this situation that's causing you stress. And you might say, well, how do I move away from something if I have nothing? Well, as I said, I always go back to the dollar store and the notepad. Get yourself the notepad from the dollar store and write down what it is that you're worried about. Get it off your chest. I'm feeling a very heaviness on the chest. I'm feeling problems in the stomach area. You feel powerless. That usually manifests itself as stomach problems, problems in digestion, maybe constipation, diarrhea, IBS, some Crohn-like symptoms temporarily as you're dealing with this situation. If you can lighten up and ascend, you really will move away from the situation. So what we do is we get the notepad. We write down everything we're feeling and getting it off our chest. Okay? And then you start another page and say, if I could have anything I want, how would I go about taking action to do that? So there's your homework this week, because the Hermit is about taking time in solitude, considering all your options, especially if you are in a position where you may have to move. So invest in, again, writing down all your options for the move. If you're single, this is a time to work on yourself as you move away maybe from a toxic relationship. If you're in a position and you have a toxic boss, this is a way for you to mentally detach from that in order to work on your resume and work on finding something that better suits you and where you can follow your joy. Okay? Spirit is asking you to take a different approach at how you look at your finances, how you look at your career, how you look at maybe your gig in order to call in something better. Sometimes we have to refresh our thought process and our perception in order to move forward. Okay? If you do, this Knight of Rods is about these blocks that we have that are currently happening here because of our emotional state, energy in motion. Okay? Blocks to the progress are finally being lifted towards the end of this period. All right? Which will allow you to move forward. All right? We've got the Knight of Cups, and the Knight of Cups is about, excuse me, I'm laughing. The Knight of Cups is about taking action, all right? This might be an emotional time for you, okay? But it's also a time for you then to say, okay, brush yourself off. It's time to take action, all right? For those of you who are moving away from a toxic relationship, maybe you've left somebody recently and you've taken time to work on yourself because, I don't care if it's Louis Vuitton, honey, it's still baggage, all right? This is a time to call in a new relationship. So we do that. We write down what we want. Make a little list. Okay? And we list everything as a positive. So if you don't want him to be a stinky drunk, you say, enjoys an occasional drink per week. You get the point. All right? I won't call you a picky bitch if you have 200 items. Just write down what you want if you're interested in calling in new love. Take the list and put it away because the universe has your order, and work on getting rid of that baggage, releasing the kraken in your life, that inner demon, So, and we have the Chariot, and the Chariot is about moving forward. You're in the Chariot, you've got the two horses, you're holding the reins, and now you are in control as you move forward. For some of you, you might be traveling. As you're getting a new job in this period, you might be relocating for that job. You've got progress and success in business, and relationship progress goes to pace. If you are starting a new relationship, you're moving forward in a dynamic way. All right? Don't let one of the spirits is telling me, don't let ego stand in your way. It doesn't matter if you're right. You can know you're right. You can still mentally detach. Okay. So what else do we have here? We have, okay. So we have the Three of Rods. The Three of Rods is about blessings and good fortune. It's about entrepreneurial projects. It's about projects in the home, but more importantly, projects in the workspace, which will bring you more financial security as you're moving forward. All right, one more. All right, so we've got the relationship card in reverse. So what I'm seeing here is just understanding that when we have relationships, that, for those of you who are going into a new relationship, do your homework. All right. And that could be a relationship with your job. It could also be a relationship within a romantic relationship. Do your homework, because if you are not whole, what you're attracting is another dysfunctional person. And two dysfunctional people do not complete each other. What they do is they perpetuate that karmic cycle. This is about, and it's only going to cause you more stress. Okay. So don't do it. Don't do it. Go here. All right. Spend some time detaching, working on yourself, and then the blocks will open and you'll be able to move forward and gain that deliciousness that you deserve. I hope that makes sense to you guys. All right, let's go take a look at the cards. What do we have here? All right. Moses is saying, take charge of the situation. You know what situation you need to take charge of, Libra. And trust, from Vishnu, trust that the universe has your back. When we are in an emotional state, I call it the Earth B state, which is peace, love, joy, deliciousness. And that's when you find deliciousness in the small things in your life. Even the situations that don't go the way that you think they're supposed to go, try to throw it up and say, hey guys, I'm sure that something amazing will come of this, more amazing than I could possibly imagine. I've got tons of stories there about that. And trust that you're being guided towards something that is better for you and better for your purpose in the long run. All right, kids, that's all I've got. Thanks for liking and subscribing. And if you want a private reading, description below the video. Take care, and we'll see you next time.